In the heart of the lush meadow, where wildflowers painted the landscape in a riot of colors, the honeybee colony thrived. The hive, nestled within the hollow of an ancient oak tree, buzzed with activity as bees of all sizes and roles went about their daily tasks. Queen Melina, the wise and benevolent leader of the hive, had gathered her workers to make an important announcement. The air was thick with anticipation as the bees assembled in the central chamber of the hive, their wings humming softly. Queen Melina, her golden form shimmering in the dappled sunlight filtering through the tree's canopy, addressed her subjects with a commanding yet gentle voice. "Fellow bees," she began, "our hive has always stood as a beacon of harmony and productivity. We gather nectar and pollen, not just to sustain ourselves, but to contribute to the balance of this meadow. Today, I ask you all to take a vow to be mindful of your words, for our communication shapes our actions and our future." The bees exchanged curious glances, unsure of what their queen meant. Sensing their confusion, Queen Melina elaborated. "Our words carry weight. They can inspire unity or sow discord. In our interactions, whether with each other or with the creatures we encounter, we must be truthful and considerate. This responsibility is as important as any task we undertake." The bees buzzed in agreement, their curiosity turning into resolve. Among them was a young worker bee named Buzzy, known for his enthusiasm and quick wit. Buzzy admired the queen deeply and vowed to uphold her decree, unaware of how this promise would soon test him. As the days passed, the bees of the hive endeavored to live up to Queen Melina's words. They communicated with care, ensuring their messages were clear and constructive. Buzzy, in particular, embraced this responsibility, often reminding his fellow workers to think before they spoke. One sunny afternoon, while foraging in a field of lavender, Buzzy encountered a butterfly named Lila. Her wings, a vibrant mosaic of colors, fluttered gently as she danced from flower to flower. Intrigued by her grace, Buzzy struck up a conversation. "Hello, Lila," he buzzed cheerfully. "Your wings are the most beautiful I've ever seen. How do you manage to fly so elegantly?" Lila smiled, flattered by the compliment. "Thank you, Buzzy. It takes practice and a bit of luck, I suppose." As they chatted, a shadow loomed over them. It was Hugo, the grumpy hornet known for his brusque manner. "Out of my way, you two," he growled. "I need those flowers." Buzzy, emboldened by his vow to be responsible with his words, decided to stand up to Hugo. "Hugo, there's enough nectar for everyone. You don't have to be so aggressive." Hugo sneered. "Mind your own business, Buzzy. You're just a small worker bee." Buzzy felt a sting of anger. "Size doesn't matter, Hugo. It's our actions and words that define us." The hornet laughed mockingly. "You're delusional, bee. Words are just words. Actions speak louder." Hugo's dismissive attitude hurt Buzzy, but he kept his composure. "Maybe you're right, Hugo, but I'll choose my words carefully because they matter to me and my hive." Lila watched the exchange with admiration, but Hugo simply scoffed and flew away. Buzzy felt a pang of doubt. Had his words made any difference? He shook off the uncertainty, remembering Queen Melina's teachings. He had to believe that his words, when used responsibly, could make a positive impact. Summer turned to autumn, and the hive's activities intensified as the bees prepared for the colder months. Buzzy worked tirelessly, gathering pollen and nectar, always mindful of his interactions. However, despite his best efforts, a misunderstanding was about to put his commitment to the test. One crisp morning, while discussing their foraging plans with his fellow workers, Buzzy mentioned a particularly bountiful patch of sunflowers he had discovered near the edge of the meadow. "We should focus our efforts there," he suggested. "The nectar is abundant and will help us stock up for winter." His friend, Beatrice, nodded. "That's a great idea, Buzzy. I'll inform the others." Later that day, as the workers swarmed to the sunflower patch, they were met with an unexpected sight. A group of rival bees from a neighboring hive had already claimed the area. Tensions rose quickly, and heated words were exchanged. One of the rival bees, Zara, confronted Buzzy. "You knew we were here, didn't you? You led your hive here on purpose to provoke us." Buzzy was taken aback. "No, Zara, I didn't know. I thought this area was free for all." Zara's eyes narrowed. "Your words say one thing, but your actions suggest another. How can we trust you?" Buzzy felt a surge of frustration. His vow to be responsible with his words was being questioned, and it seemed his good intentions were lost in the misunderstanding. "I'm telling the truth, Zara. We didn't mean any harm." The situation escalated as bees from both hives started to argue. Queen Melina, sensing the discord, arrived with a group of elder bees to mediate. She listened carefully to both sides before addressing the crowd. "Peace, everyone," she urged. "Let's not let our words and actions drive us apart. We must find a way to share this meadow, for it belongs to all of us." Her calm and authoritative tone helped diffuse the tension. The bees agreed to divide the sunflower patch, each hive taking turns to forage. As they departed, Buzzy felt a mixture of relief and guilt. He hadn't intended to cause trouble, but his words had inadvertently sparked conflict. He realized that even with the best intentions, words could be misunderstood, and he needed to be even more careful in the future. Winter descended upon the meadow, and the hive retreated into the warmth of their tree, relying on their stored provisions. The bees huddled together, sharing stories and keeping each other company through the long, cold nights. It was during one of these evenings that Buzzy had an enlightening conversation with Queen Melina. "Buzzy," the queen began, her voice gentle but firm, "I've noticed your dedication to our vow. You've shown great courage and responsibility in your words. But remember, words alone are not enough. They must be paired with understanding and empathy." Buzzy nodded, absorbing her wisdom. "I thought I was being careful, but I didn't realize how easily words could be misinterpreted." Queen Melina smiled. "That's a lesson we all learn in time. It's important to listen as much as we speak, and to always seek clarity in our communication." Taking her words to heart, Buzzy resolved to improve his interactions. He started paying closer attention to the nuances of conversations, asking questions to ensure he understood others' perspectives. He practiced empathy, trying to see situations from different viewpoints before responding. As winter gave way to spring, the hive emerged stronger and more united. Buzzy's efforts had not gone unnoticed, and he became a respected member of the hive, known for his thoughtful and considerate nature. His friendship with Lila the butterfly also blossomed, their bond strengthened by mutual respect and understanding. One day, while foraging with Beatrice, Buzzy noticed Hugo the hornet struggling to find food. Remembering their past encounters, Buzzy hesitated, but then flew over to offer help. "Hugo, I know we've had our differences, but if you need food, we have some to share." Hugo looked surprised, his usual scowl softening. "Why would you help me?" Buzzy smiled. "Because words and actions both matter. We can choose to build bridges instead of walls." Hugo seemed to ponder this, then nodded slowly. "Thank you, Buzzy. Maybe I've been too harsh." As Hugo accepted the offer, Buzzy felt a sense of accomplishment. His vow to take responsibility for his words was making a real difference, not just in the hive, but beyond it. He realized that honest, empathetic communication could foster harmony even in the most unlikely places. Years passed, and the hive flourished under Queen Melina's guidance. Buzzy had become a mentor, teaching younger bees the importance of responsible communication. One summer, a severe drought struck the meadow, threatening the hive's survival. Queen Melina called a meeting, urging the bees to think creatively and share ideas. Buzzy encouraged open dialogue, and together they devised a plan. Beatrice suggested seeking help from neighboring hives. Lila the butterfly proposed finding hidden water sources, and Hugo, now an ally, offered his strength to carry supplies. Through collaboration and respectful communication, the bees and their allies implemented solutions that ensured the hive's survival. The hive emerged from the drought more resilient and united than ever. Buzzy, fulfilled by his journey, felt proud of their collective achievement. Queen Melina, recognizing his leadership, praised him. Buzzy vowed to continue teaching future generations the power of responsible words. The story of Buzzy and the hive's commitment to empathetic communication became a cherished tale, reminding all that words, when chosen with care, can create a world of harmony and understanding.